Hello folks, welcome to the channel. Hope everybody is keeping well. Today we have for you Yamaha's new for 2024 MT-09. Now folks, if we were living in Japan, this would be called the Dark Knight, and we would be in or on the dark side of Japan, but we're not. We're on floor 11 of a multi-storey car park here on my home island of Jersey. So all I'm going to do is take this bike out for a run. It's been kindly lent to me by my local Yamaha dealer. That is Inmotion, courtesy of the great boss there, who is called Danny. So thanks so much, Danny. So before we take the bike out for a run and I'll give you my first ride impression, let's roll the intro. So here is then Yamaha's 2024 MT-09. So the bike's been around since 2013. It's had some updates as the years have progressed, and now it's an 890cc inline triple engine, and that's pushing out about 119 PS or 117 horsepower for those of you that live in the UK, and it's about 93 Newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. So 2024. Load of new bodywork on it, and whether you like it or not, I'm not sure. We have the Iron Man kind of style headlight. And one else that's new on here, we've got a new 5-inch TFT screen as well. That's very nice. I've had the bike for a couple of days actually, so I've got to know it quite well if I'm being honest. So we've got the new 5-inch screen there, which is really nice, very easy to operate. And then just coming around here, hello, we've got some new switch gear, which is very nice as well, very intuitive. We've got a new sort of indicator layout here as well. I think this is the first time they've had this on any of their bikes, but that's quite good actually, I quite like that. And then we've got a mode button here, operate the riding modes, and then you've got, so you can go into the menu using the menu button here, and then you have a joystick and an enter button down here as well. So it's all pretty easy to operate, so that it is very nice. It's not backlit. And then just very quickly, clutch lever is adjustable, and you've got an adjustable brake lever, and the brake unit on here is a Brembo unit, and the brakes are really good. Front forks then, they are adjustable for preload on both legs, and for compression and rebound, one does one and the other leg does the other. Upside down forks, very nice. I like them, they're very good. There's very little in the way of dive on them. And then we've got Yamaha's brakes, piston calipers down there, they're excellent, really like that setup. And so we've got brakes there, we've got Battle Access 23 tyres, we've got the Iron Man mask thing, and then we've got some acoustic new panels up here on here. So Yamaha, obviously the emblem is tuning forks like that, so they're just trying to get some more sound coming up through the airbox, I guess. So you've got some new acoustic panels up here. And then the back, then you've again you've got the Battle Axe S23s, very nice tyre. And then you've got a Nissan. Somebody told me off the other day for pronouncing it Nissan. That's the car manufacturer, isn't it, or was. So it's Nissan caliper on the rear. New tidy kind of unit on the back there, and all the lights are LED. And you've got this glorious CP3 engine, as we said, putting out 119 PS, 117 horsepower. Lovely engine that's been around for a long time, pretty much bulletproof, I think. But make any comments in the comments section down below, folks. New quick shifter for this year. There's two settings on the quick shifter, but I've just got it in the first setting, and it's a Gen 3 quick shifter. The seating position has been changed a little bit, and it's more engaging. I think the spiel says about it, more engaging. It just means you're leaning slightly further forward, I believe, and your legs are slightly up and to the rear. I found it very comfortable, no issues with it at all. I'm 5'9", can flat foot it, nice firm seat, 825 millimeters from the deck, and yeah, flat foot it. You can't get any low seats for it, and you can get some comfort seats from their accessory stuff. Moving around, yeah, you can push it around. It weighs 193 kilos, very easy to move around. You won't have any problems with that whatsoever. Now in relation to the seat, it's a two-piece seat. Put your key in the back here, take the rear unit off, and you've got about a fist and a half size of storage under there. And they've also got, as standard, You've got a USB-C connector under here, so you can plug your cable in and pop the cable into your pocket, but that's under the front seat. Very easy to take that off and sort that out. And yeah, you can change the handlebars as well. You can move them forward one notch, remove the top clamps here, and then undo the bolt underneath it, reposition it to the second hole, and then screw everything back. So a bit of adjustment there. That's new for this year, I believe. And then on the foot pegs, you can actually move the foot plate. There's two positions there, and this is the standard position. So you can just remove the whole foot plate and peg mount, and then just move them into the other hole. So there's a little bit of change that you can put on it as well. So it's all good. I've got to say, it is a great machine. The only thing I'm not sure about is the Iron Man headlight, but each to their own. But it's a cracking bit of kit. So with all that said and done, great engine, it's got great brakes, handles really well. It's just a nice bike. Let's jump on it and take it for a spin. Oh, and you've even got the MT Masters of Torque MT logo on here as well. So there we go. So the new TFT dash then, great bike. As I say, I've had this for a couple of days now. You can change the different types of themes on the screen, and I think I've put about 50 miles on it, something like that. So it's in sport mode. You can put your telephone through your headset. So I've got a Cardo Pat Talk. It's got, what else has it got? Yeah, phone calls, music. Let's just start it up. Phone calls, music, and you've got cruise control. Cruise controls on here as well. And what else do we get on the bike? And you can, yeah, I'll just show you this. So if you go into the setting, you've got the joystick on here, really easy to use. You can go into navigation, and then you've got a screen on there. You've got to download a couple of apps. I think it's My Ride app to use your phone and everything on there. And then you go to Garmin Street, download one of their apps, and this comes up, and you can do your own navigation on there. So it's a great little system actually. It works pretty well. So that's all there on there as well. So this bike has got no extras on it. So as it comes, you've got the Brembo master cylinder, you've got the 3rd generation quick shifter, you've got cruise control, you've got new switch gear, and you've got the new 5-inch TFT, and that's all for £10,106. That's the UK on the road price, and it's very good. It's a good price. So I think the star of the show though, folks, if you'd agree with me, is that engine, that CP3 engine. Obviously the bike's still a demo bike, it's not been running yet, so, but have a listen to that. Oh, that does sound absolutely bloody awesome. Yep. I came in here last night and there was a lot of youths in their cars and stuff, and I felt like I was not 58, I was about 18 I think on this. I tried to get some night riding stuff done because it is called the Dark Knight. But yeah, I accidentally pressed something on the Insta 360 Ace Pro and it sort of zoomed in ×2, so all the footage I had was unusable. What I wanted to show was how good or not so good the headlight was, but it was actually pretty good actually. So that's why, that was the main purpose of going out last night, is just to show you how good the Iron Man mask headlight was. So, but that didn't work sadly, but I got to bring the bike out last night and have a bit of fun with it with nobody around. First off then, the 193 kilos, I'm 5'9" as I've already said, and it stops nicely balanced. It's all good. Yeah, it's just a nice bike to be on. They're super naked or hyper naked bikes, whatever they call them these days. It's an interesting class, isn't it, folks? I mean, I keep saying it all these videos, I just wouldn't want to be in the market looking for a bike to buy, because I don't know which bike I'd get, because they're all so flipping good. So there's the moving map. Just pop the visor down. So yeah, this bike is £10,106, and you basically get all the stuff on it. You don't need anything else, although you can throw the Yamaha catalogue at it if you so wish. You might be a little bit limited for carrying stuff on the pillion seat. There's no tie down straps that I could find anyway, so you might just have to, as most folk do, isn't it, if you're riding solo, just put a rucksack on your back. You can get a tank bag, and you can get some throw over bags as well to go over the pillion seat, so you can still go and do some commuting on it. Put a little screen on the front if you want to, but I've noticed in relation to any wind blast, just using the new indicators from Yamaha, any turbulence, that yeah, allegedly, and I've got to say allegedly because I've got a 40-mile-an-hour limit here, allegedly, even at sort of 60 miles an hour, it's quite comfortable to ride at, allegedly. So yeah, it's just clean air, I guess. It's not sort of coming over, spalling over the top of a fairing, but it's a comfortable riding position. I know they've made their riding position more engaging, but folks, yeah, it's good. It's good. You're not cramped in the cockpit. Your heels aren't, you know, towards the back of the bike. It's just a really nice riding position. The width of the handlebars is great. Steers very quickly as well. I'm good at slow speeds. The brakes are excellent. You wouldn't want any more brakes than that. And yeah, it's all good. It really is good. Clutch is nice. You can adjust it. I've got diddy hands, and I find the lever's absolutely fine. No issues there at all. It is a new bike, so the gearbox I found just a little bit clunky, maybe not the right word, but it just needs a bit more bedding in, should I say. And the quick shift up and down works fine. Not sure if it blips on the way down. I haven't heard it blip on the way down. So if you've got one of these, make any comments in the comment section down below about that quick shifter. But yeah, not sure if it blips. I took out the Daytona 660 the other day, and that definitely blipped on the way down, but this one doesn't seem to blip. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But the engine, CP3 engine, lovely. It will get going, well, it'll pull from 2,500 revs, third gear now. It will pull, and it sounds glorious. And then it gets a wiggle on about 5. You can hear the induction roar, and then woof, it just wants to go. It really does. We're in sport mode. If you want to change the modes, there you go. Custom 1, Custom 2. We'll talk about rain mode, street road, back to sport mode. Really easy. Yeah, everything's very easy. It's a doddle to use. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. So this is Euro 5 plus compliant. So it ticks all the necessary boxes. The exhaust is very good as well. It's a crap looking exhaust, if I'm being honest. I certainly don't like that, but if you want to spend £2,000 on their accessories and go for an Akrapovic, good luck to you. But I put up with that crappy looking exhaust, but it does sound absolutely marvellous. It pops, it bangs, it crackles, it makes all the right noises, so I would just live with that actually. But the brakes are really good. You won't want any more than that. You know, this comes in 3 flavours then. Let's talk about the flavours. This is the blue one. This would be my least favourite really. And then you've got a grey one with those turquoisey kind of wheels, if that's the right colour. I'm not very good at colours. Then you've got the black one. I would more than likely go for the black one. But the price point of all of them is still the same. £10,106 I think it is on the road, with all the other bits and bobs thrown in. You're going to get 2 years manufacturer's warranty. I believe you can extend it as well. 2 years UK breakdown cover. And then I also believe that you can, for 30 quid, £30, you can pay some extra money and get cover in Europe as well. But I'm not sure about that. But if you've done that, please make some comments down below so other people will know, or just go and ask your dealer what the crack is. Yamaha though, very reliable. Build quality is very good. In relation to the plastics used, everybody's using these plastics now, aren't they? So I don't know scratchability, what they're going to be like, but I guess you can just replace them as and when. I don't know how expensive they are, but the Yamaha build quality seems to be very good. It's very comfortable. I'd be quite happy to go touring on this. So touring then, how many miles we're going to get out of the tank? So you've got a 14 litre tank. I think it's 47 miles to the gallon, or 5 litres per 100 kilometres, and that's going to give you a range till you've got to get off and push this 193 kilo bike. It's going to give you a range of about 175 miles or thereabouts, something like that. Yeah, what else does they say? Mirrors are pretty good actually. They're mirrors, they do the job. Bars are nice and comfortable. Switch gear is good. You can see the new Yamaha button here. It's a very easy bike to have good situational awareness on. Yeah, it's good. but slow moving handling, very nice. Clutch is nice and light, and the slow speed balance is good as well. There we go, lifesaver check, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. The engine though for me is the main feature of the bike. I mean, from this riding position, the bike actually, it just feels really nice. In relation to its competition, I mean, I have had a KTM 890R Duke, so I know all about these hyper naked, super naked kind of bikes, and I liked it. But yeah, I would more than likely, no, I think I would more than likely get the MT-09 over the KTM. Yeah, I wouldn't get KTM again, sorry KTM, but I had a couple of issues of mine, it just put me off a little bit. So competition, then you've got KTM, their new 990, so that'd be interesting to see how that compares to this. You've got the Kawasaki Z900, again, I haven't ridden one of those, and then you've got the likes of, I guess maybe the Triumph 765, and then what other bikes then? Yeah, maybe Suzuki's GSX range, they're 800s. Parallel twins, which I've ridden though, both of those, they're really good. I have to say, I do like the character, and this bike has got bags and bags of character, folks. I do like the character from the 3-cylinder engine. It gives you the best of both worlds. You get the low down torque of the 2-cylinder, followed by the reviness, screaminess of the 4-cylinder bikes. So yeah, it's you got the best of all the worlds, and it's good, and it pulls from low down, nice and smooth, no vibration through the pegs, very little through the handlebar grips. It just goes. So there we go, third gear, we're coming out the restricted zone just for overtaking. Yeah, really nice. And then we can just stuff it into the corner. There's a lorry ahead, and it just sounds, using the quick shifter, just sounds really good. And down the box as well. In relation to the headlight at night time, I'll try and sort of put a little bit of footage from last night and just put it in this video, because yeah, I just want to see how the headlight was. So I rode the same route yesterday as well, last night, so I'll just put some of the nighttime footage in as well, and you can see the dash and everything. But yeah, great bike, really is nice. Just chuck it around. There we go. Got the view. Yeah, it just goes, really is good. So in relation to the cruise control, which comes as standard, just pop the cruise control button on. I think there must be a minimum speed, I'm not sure if it's 40 miles an hour. And there we go, and just pull the button back towards you, the set down towards minus, and then the speedo cruise control goes from black to green, and then that means the cruise control is on. Then you can speed up, just push it away from you, slow down, and then you can still accelerate with the cruise control on as well. And then to turn it off, I think you can just brake and it'll go off. Yeah, just brake or just switch it off up there on the dash. So it's good, it's a great machine. Would I buy one? Yes, definitely I would buy one. It's a nice machine for £10,106. It's a good price. You can go for the full fat one, the SP model, for another £1,700. Oh, the engine's just great. 1,700 quid, and then you get fancier suspension, keyless ride down here, and a different paint scheme. I don't know whether I'd bother actually, unless you're going to go and do a track day. I wouldn't bother. I'd save myself 1,700 quid. Because the bike is, you're getting the same engine, you're just getting more adjustable bits on the back and the front, really. The back unit then is adjustable, should have said that. The back unit is adjustable for damping only, or rebound, and so I'd adjust that actually, because it's a little bit pogo stick at the moment for me. I'd definitely adjust that if I had it. And then you can adjust the preload with a C spanner as well. But yeah, it's a great machine. It really is. Listen to that engine. It pops, bangs, farts. Yeah, very good. So I guess whilst I'm stuck behind this white van lorry thing, I'll just talk about the electronic safety suite that we have on the bike, which I haven't actually spoken about. So Yamaha's safety control system, or stability control system, it's a big safety umbrella, and basically you've got several things there that is going to look after you and stop you looping the bike. So you've got traction control, you've got lift or wheelie control as they call it, you've got slip control, so if you're angled leaning the bike over and you give it a bit of gas, then it's going to stop the bike from spinning up and stepping out on you. And then you've got a back slip regulator as well as a slipper clutch as well. So through the settings you can go into those and change them through the menus. And if you want to go really nuts, you can go into the settings and actually just switch off the traction control, and that will dump all of the electronic safety net, so you can go and wheelie the bike and potentially loop it if that's your thing. So yeah, you can just go into the settings, switch the TC off, and then that will just remove all the safety aids for you. When you switch ignition off, back on again, then the default setting is traction control, and all the safety aids will be reactivated again. In relation to the ABS, I think there's two modes for the ABS. You can switch it off, and because it's got a 6-axis IMU, if I've read the manual correctly, so you can switch off the ABS for the upright part of the riding, but you can't switch it off for the lean angle part of the riding, so when the IMU kicks in. But if I've got that wrong, please correct me in the comment section down below. That was a little bit confusing in the manual how they put that in there. And then the riding modes, courtesy of the little riding mode button on here, you've got sport, which is what we're in. Then you've got so that's all the power and all the safety settings at minimal intervention, so it's, yeah, you can have fun on it. And then you've got street, so it then introduces some of the safety features, they'll be a bit more intrusive. And then you've got rain mode, which is a full protection with all the safety features coming in at an early intervention to stop you binning the bike. But you've got two custom settings as well, so you can go and play with those. There's little diagrams on there of what each of them does, the wheelie, the power, etc. So it's very intuitive to find your way around that. But yeah, you can set those in custom 1 and customs 2 menu. Right, I've had enough of that lorry. And it's as simple as that. It does go very well. Yamaha have nailed it, other than the Iron Man mask front end. But some people will love it, some won't. Hey ho. So folks, what are my final thoughts on the 2024 Yamaha MT-09 Masters of Torque thing? Dark Knight and all that kind of stuff. Well, I think it's a really good bike. £10,106, you cannot go wrong. Cracking machine. Engine is magnificent. Brakes are very good on this model. You don't need, I don't think you need the other version. It handles really well. Be great for commuting in and out of the traffic. Seems to be fairly comfortable. You can get that comfort seat if you want. You put a little screen on the front, get some soft luggage on the back. Yeah, it's a fabulous machine. Fueling is absolutely spot on. You've got all the safety features that have come down from the M1 onto the MT-09 to look after you. Just leave it in sport mode. I think that's what you want, and yeah, it should look after you. Rain mode, there is a definite change when you put it into rain mode. You can certainly feel that. Yeah, I rode it in the wet last night. Didn't bother. I tried rain mode, and you can definitely notice the difference. And all the modes are very easy to select just using the mode button. Very simple. You can navigate with it. You can use your telephone and all that kind of stuff via your mobile phone. Just download a couple of apps, throw the accessories catalogue at it, and you've got Yamaha's renowned build quality and reliability. What is there not to like about the 2024 MT-09? Unless you want to get the MT-010, well, good luck to you with that one. That's about £4 more expensive, and are you getting £4 worth more performance? Maybe if you're going to take it on a track, do some track days and stuff, but honestly I'd go for cheaper insurance, I suspect this is, and save the cash, because this is very good. So those are my final thoughts. Great bike. It's not a scary bike. You can, if you're moving up through the ranks through this capacity bikes. It's a very easy bike to ride. I'm 5'9", I can flat foot it, so even if you just get 1 foot down on the angle, it's not going to be a problem with that weight. It's a nicely balanced bike, very comfortable. Yeah, so don't be frightened of it, and it's got enough low end that you could just live in the low end, and then just go into the high end once you've got used to the bike, kind of thing. I'm not sure if there's an A2 version. I didn't see something to say there was, but yeah, ideal bike for you to get as your first powerful bike, really, if you've been moving up. I'd be happy with it, more than happy with it, and having, sorry madam, I should let you through. I'd be more than happy with it since 2013 when the MT-09 came out. They sold over 100,000 of these units in Europe, so it's a great machine. There we are, back at Inmotion, cracker machine. There we go, let's just put it in the on the forecourt there. So it's a great bike. Yeah, lots of them been sold, very reliable, everybody likes them. You can be a hooligan, you can ride it slowly. What is there not to like about the MT-09? I don't know really. And the side stand, very easy to find and put out. Absolute joy to ride, and that is the MT-09 for 2024. Really nice machine. Not too keen on the colour, but it's a fabulous machine. Anyway folks, comments down below, ride safe. Hope you enjoyed the first ride, initial impressions, and thank you to Inmotion. See you again soon, take care, bye.